East Timor will sign a series of agreements with Beijing covering air services, healthcare and economic cooperation as China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi completes his tour of the Pacific. Darwin Bureau Chief Matt Cunningham spoke to East Timor's President Ramos-Horta and has the details.
Jose Ramos-Horta was very clear that there would not be a security pact signed with Beijing. Now, we know that the Chinese Foreign Minister has been in East Timor in the past few days and has signed several deals. Now, those deals are around things including healthcare, air services and infrastructure, also around the digitisation of television and radio services in East Timor. But I did ask Jose Ramos-Horta whether his country would sign any security pact with China, and here is how he responded.
Absolutely not. Why would we? We don't feel threatened by anyone. We have the best possible relationship with the United States, with Indonesia, with Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, all the countries around us. We'll be joining ASEAN, hopefully in the near future. There is agreement among ASEAN leaders that Timor-Leste should join. We've been working, preparing ourselves for the last 10 years. Very hard work to be eligible to meet the benchmarks of joining ASEAN. And so our immediate interests, our strategic interests are with the countries in our immediate region. Australia remains our number one partner in defense and security, in economics, as a donor, more daily engagements with Australia than with any other country.
This follows a security pact that was signed between Beijing and the Solomon Islands before the Australian federal election. That led to a great deal of criticism of the former federal government that Australia hadn't done enough in the region, that it had taken its eye off the ball in the Pacific region. Jose Ramos-Horta said he didn't believe that was the case. He said that his nation enjoyed that strong relationship with Australia. He also downplayed any concerns about a commercial port being built in East Timor that's due to open later this year. He said that the Chinese would not have control of that port. In fact, he likened it to the port of Darwin here in the Northern Territory, which was leased in 2015 to a Chinese company, Landbridge, for 99 years.
If anyone should be concerned about Chinese influence, is Timor-Leste in regard to China's influence in Australia. Australia has leased the Darwin port, a very sensitive port, to the Chinese for 90 years or 100 years. We don't even have loans from China. All the Chinese companies that are in Timor-Leste, they are not here as part of any grant or loan arrangement with China. It's Chinese companies that outbid other companies to execute programs, projects, roads or bridges, or the Dili port. The Dili port is not a Chinese grant.